Hey guys, how's it going? It's AJ here at Chillicothe Trains. Just making another update video for the week. Got some new stuff in the mail. This is all paper plant stuff because this whole section from the granary down is going to be a big paper plant based off of the one we have here in Chillicothe. So the first building is the Walters Cornerstone recovery boiler. Pretty basic, but good, large. The next one would be this Heritage Furniture, kind of like a loading facility, enclosed loading. Got some other stuff on the way. I'm hoping it gets here soon. I have some, like a cylindrical hopper on the way, and hopefully getting to the HO CSX gen sets, and that's what we'll be using as our permanent locomotives. And I really like those locomotives, and I needed a local switching crew anyway, so. But what this video is mainly about is weathering, and I'm going to show you the easiest and cheapest way to take a box car that looks like this, shiny, brand new, and it's dark, which are always harder to weather, and turn it into this dirty, dingy, rusty box car. And what I mean by cheap is, I mean you get online and you spend, I don't know, $5 after shipping to get this, and it works on just about everything. Because this was my first attempt. I showed you guys in the last video. That went from shiny to rusty and dirty within 5 minutes of me using the rust dust. That's what I like to call it. I'm a weathering powder, I think is the real name for it. So I will take you over to the workstation, and we will go from that to that. Alright, so first things first, if you want to weather the bright yellow logos down, or whatever color car you're using, first thing I do is I just take these little sponge makeup applicators. They're cotton. They're hard at first, but as soon as they get wet, they pretty much give way. And some regular nail polish remover. I fill a cap up. That way you can always reuse it. And I just take the bigger side and get it wet and run downward with it over the logos. Some of them, the yellow will be underneath of the blue, so it'll give it a streaky effect. Others, it will not be under the blue, it will just be on top, which means it will break down and look like it's cracked and missing chunks. I'll show you what comes out of it. So now we have a little bit of the black exposed for the base color of the car, but it doesn't look like much, but you have streaky CSX. Some of the smaller letters I won't worry about because the dust pretty much covers them up anyways, and the railroads like to keep those maintained. If not, it causes problems for them. So sometimes what you'll see is they patch over and just repaint it or keep that part clean. But as far as like the C&O and the actual road number of the car, I'm going to go ahead and break down a little bit. See, with this one, like I said earlier, some of them you'll get streaks. That's why I always start going down first. But if it's not going to streak for you, then you can pretty much just go in circles, and that'll create kind of like a scratchy effect. Now what I like to do, get all that stuff out of my way. You can always reuse the nail polish remover, so I just pour it right back in the cup there. Just take my rust dust and a brush about that wide, that way it can fit in beneath the in between those, and you can also, it's a straight brush so you can get it up against these and on the tops in between the ladders. The door here is really important, and just open it, dab in, and then put a decent portion of it in one and brush up and down like I'm using paint. And I always have a piece of paper underneath my car, because even though this stuff's cheap, it always helps to have some to reuse. It's going to fall onto the paper and you can just put it right back into the bottle there. And I'll weather this one side and show you exactly how it turns out. Even get the trucks too. It's all going to be clear coated once you're finished, so get as much detail in as you can. I've heard some people say to clear coat the cars before you start, but some of the cars that I've done, like the yellow one, and I've done 2 other box cars that were CSX, I didn't have to clear coat them at first. I didn't clear coat this one, but people say it makes it more sticky for the dust to stick in, but as you can see, I'm not really having any problems with it sticking in there. It's pretty much up to your own discretion. I'm not saying I endorse it, I'm not saying I disagree. I think Big Al at the Monster Railroad channel is where I got the rust dust idea from. He was talking about it on there, and I think he said to clear coat it. So, I mean, he's way more experienced at this than I am. But whatever floats your boat. As you can see, I'm just going over certain parts. Imperfection is perfection when it comes to this sort of thing. A boxcar that's getting rusty on its own is not going to worry about patterns, obviously, so blow off this one side and show you how that side turned out, and then I'll just finish it out and show you later. As you can see, you can still see the logo, but it just looks like it's been dirty for a good while, and you can tell the difference in the 2 sides. Some people say to clear coat it afterwards. I had a problem. I'll show you real quick. I clear coated the first one that I tried, and it just washed away all that dirt. And I don't know why, because I clear coated the yellow one that I showed you the other day, and none of the dirt disappeared. and it built up here at the bottom, and it like started to eat away at the plastic. You can see where it melted, and I couldn't tell that it was melting the plastic, and I took a piece of paper towel and wiped it off and peeled all the paint off. So I don't know what the deal was, but I might try to re-weather it and patch it up a little bit. But yeah, as for now, I will just turn the camera back on once the car's finished and see you guys then. Alright, so there you go. I'm finished. Got finished with both of them. Definitely took it from boring and shiny and unrealistic to dirty and dingy, and like it's had a nice run over the years. Got the roof too, both sides. So yeah. Other than that, I don't think I really have anything else to talk about. I'll just keep posting videos once more and more stuff gets done here around the layout. And for now, peace.